Now for exercise 2.6, we will study first multiplication of decimal numbers. You are given two decimal number 0.1 and 0.1, and we have to multiply these two decimal numbers. If we convert these decimal numbers in fraction, it is 1 upon 10, and this is also 1 upon 10. 0.1 means what? 1/10 part of 1, and when you multiply these two numbers, it means you get the result 1 upon 100. That you know already, that in multiplication you have to multiply the denominator and numerator separately and write 1 upon 100. 1 is the multiplication of numerator, and 10 into 10, that is 100, is the multiplication of denominators. In case of graphical representation, when we multiply 1 upon 10 into 1 upon 10, means we are doing 1/10 of 1 upon 10, and for this whole body this is 1 upon 10, and we are doing that 1/10 of this 1 upon 10, then eventually it becomes 1 upon 100 of the body. It means multiplication of these two numbers result 100th part, and when you convert this 1 upon 100 in decimal numbers, you get 0.01. and now if we do this multiplication in this form, 0.1 is multiplied by 0.1. see what you will get. Multiply this 1 into 1, then you can see that in actual multiplication there are two digits after decimal number. So we can conclude here. See here, after decimal there is a number, and after there is a number. There are total two numbers after decimal symbol. This is the decimal point, and after that you have to keep two digits. 1 is available there, but you have to fill a 0 there. Okay, so in multiplication you have to do one thing. What to do is, in multiplication of decimal numbers, you have to keep one thing in your mind. You have to count digits after decimal point, and eventually in your result place the decimal number counting the digits. If I multiply 0.25 and 48, let's see what is the result, and keep your eye here what I am doing. When 5 multiplies 8, 5 8 is 40, that is 0, carry 4, and 5 4 is 24, and 2 8 is 16, and carry 1, 2 4 is 8, 1 9, 0 1 9 2 11 11 1 12. You can see there is 1200, but you can count here. There is a decimal point here, but here decimal point is not given. So after decimal point there are two digits. Count 1 and 2, and from here, from the right of the digit, count 1 2, place your decimal sign here. This is the multiplication of your digits, 12 and 0, 12.0. If you want to check another example, if you multiply 314.4 and 2.4, now multiply 4 4 the 16, carry 1, 4 4 the 16, 1 17, carry 1, 4 1 the 4, 1 5, 4 3 the 12, 2 4 the 8, 2 4 the again 8, 2 1 the 2, 2 3 the 6. Add these numbers that we do conventionally. This is 6 7 7 7 and 8 becomes 15, carry 1, and 8 5 13 1 14, carry 1, 5 6 1 7. Now count total digits after decimal point. There is one digit 4, and this is the second digit. So you have to place this decimal sign in our answer after two digits. Count from here. Start your counting from here. 1 1 2. So finally answer will be 754.56. 754.56. This is your answer. This is your answer. So this is the method of multiplication of decimal numbers. What to do? You have to follow your conventional method. You have to count the digits after decimal point, and you have to keep this point after counting. Here it is multiplication of decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. So let's check what may happen when we multiply a number by 10. If consider there is a number 1.41 and that is multiplied by 10. Let's check what is the answer. 0 1 is 0, 0 4 is 0 and 0 1 is 0 again. 1 1 is 1, 1 4 is 4, 1 1 is 1. Now add these numbers, you get 0, 1, 4 and 1. This is very simple, but you can check here. You can see here there are 2 digits after decimal point. So count from here 1, 2. After 14 you have to place, after 4 you have to place a decimal point, and this is your result, that is 14.10. You can place 0 too. So actually when you observe, you can see that when you multiply it by 0, this decimal sign is carried one digit to right hand side. Now when we multiply the same digit by 100, what is the result? Take it. 0 0 0, 0 1 is 0, 0 4 is 0 and 0 1 is 0 again. 1 1 4 and this is 1 0 0 1 4 1. You can see there are 2 numbers after decimal point. So start your counting. 1 2 and the result is 141.0, or you can leave it, it is 141, or you just make it. Now compare, when you multiply it by 100, this decimal sign, this decimal point is carried now 2 digits to the right side and it becomes 141.0. What if we multiply this by 1000? 1.41 into 1000. Can you guess the answer? See what is the answer. 0 0 0 0. When 0 multiplies again, you get 0 0 0. When you multiply by 0, 0 1 is 0, 0 4 is 0, 0 1 is 0, and this one will give you 1 4 1. Now add your answers. This is now 0, this is 0 0 1 4 1. There are 2 numbers after decimal point. So count here. 1. Keep one thing in your mind, you have to count from right side. 1 2 and your answer is 1410 point something, that is 0. Eventually you get that when you multiply by 1000, decimal sign is carried now 3 digits to right hand side. You can see this is 1 2 and 3. Even it acquires a 0 from outside. So this is the effect of multiplication of 10, 100, 1000 on multiplication of decimal numbers. In this exercise you will use these ideas. So what we get here, when we multiply a number by 100, 10 or 1000, decimal sign here moves to the right side, and how much digits it displays, that is equal to the number of zeros available in the multiplicative number. If you multiply by 100, decimal point moves 2 point. When you multiply by 1000, here decimal point moves 3 times to the right side. So this is the total, this is the method here. In exercise 2.6, there is a first question. Find 0.2 into 6. We have to multiply this 0.2 and 6. This is the simple method. Right here 0.2 and multiply by 6. 6 2 is 12. Write it. But you can see there is a decimal point, and after the decimal point there is a number. So count from the right side 1, because there is a single number count 1 and place your decimal sign here. This is your answer, 1.2. In this question, again write 2.71 and multiply this by 5. 5 1 ja 5, 5 7 ja 35, right here 5 carry 3, 5 2 ja 10, 3 13. Now you can see there is not a decimal sign with 5, but the sign is here with this number, and there are two numbers available after decimal point after counting 2. So 1 2, this number here 13.55 is the answer. Here keep one thing in your mind, this is not called 13.55. Never say this, say 13.55. It is 2 into 0.86. Right here 2 into 0.86. When you multiply this, 6 2 is 12, carry 1, and why to carry? You have to write this is 12. 8 2 is 16. This is 2. This becomes 7. 6 plus 1 7, and this is 1. You can see there are two numbers after this decimal point. So count your number from here. 1 2. 1.72 is your answer. We have a question here, question number 2. Find the area of the rectangle whose length is 5.2 centimeter and breadth is 3 centimeter. There is a rectangle and we have to find the area whose length is 5.7 centimeter and the breadth is 3 centimeter. And area of the rectangle is length into breadth. This is L for length, B for breadth, and the length of the rectangle is 5.7 and the breadth of the rectangle is 3 centimeter. Now multiply this and give your answer. So you write here 5.7 into 3, 3 7 ja 21. So write here 1 carry 2, 3 5 ja 15 to 17. And here you can see there is a digit after this decimal point, which is 7. So you have to count 1 and you have to place your decimal point 1. Here you come and this is your answer. So right here 17.1 centimeter square. Centimeter square or square centimeter is the unit of area. Have the screenshot of this. In question number 3, we have to multiply again 1.3 into 10. So as you know, when we multiply by 10, this decimal sign moves toward the right side. So let's solve it by the multiplication first. To multiply 1.3 and into 10, 1.3 into 10, check your answer. This becomes 0 3 is a 0 and it is 0, 3 and 1 1 is 1. So 0 3 1. You can see there is a number after decimal point. So count here 1, place your decimal sign here, and your answer is 13. So 13.0 or 13. If there is nothing after decimal point, if there is 0, so you can write your number 13 directly. You can eliminate this decimal point here. So simply if we move this decimal point to the right side, we get our answer. But the thing is, just one, we have to carry this to one place to the right hand side because we are multiplying by 10, and there must be zeros. Count your zeros. There is 1 zeros, therefore you have to carry the decimal point to the right side just for one digit. Here it is multiplied by 10, so you can write your answer directly. What is the answer? And it is being multiplied by 10, so you have to carry this decimal point right side but for one place only. So this becomes 1537.0, or you can write it 1537 directly. When this is multiplied by 100, check your answer. What is this? 31.1 is multiplied by 100, and this result 31 3110. You have to displace this decimal point to the right side, and for two places nothing is there. When we displace here, it becomes 311, and nothing is there, then you can consider 0 there, and decimal point is here. Now you check this answer, multiply this in your copy, you will get the same answer. When we multiply this 3.62 by 100, what we will get? Now we don't need to multiply. By means of 100 we can get our answer directly. When you multiply by 100, there are two zeros, so our decimal point will also display to the right side and for two places. So it becomes now 312. So it becomes 362. When this 0.9 is multiplied by 100, it becomes what? You have to carry this decimal point two places right hand side. When you carry this decimal point one digit, it becomes 9.09 point something. And now you tell me that how to carry two places, because there is only one place. So you can increase a 0 there and you can put your sign here. So when you multiply, even you can multiply this thing to 0.9 into 100, it becomes what? 0 0 9 something you can write, and there is one number only, so count from here, that becomes, count from here and place your decimal point, that becomes 90. So to displace this decimal point right side, you have to count for two places, it becomes 9. Again this decimal point displays, it becomes 90.0. Your answer is 90 here. We have another question, question number 4. A two-wheeler covers a distance of 55.3 km in 1 liter of petrol. Petrol is a type of fuel, and I hope that you know about that. How much distance will it cover in 10 liters of petrol? This question is of unitary method. So you have to write the scooter or the wheeler or the vehicle covers 55.3 km distance in 1 liter of fuel. Petrol. In 10 liters it covers total liter of fuel, total liters of petrol, and multiplied by distance covered in 1 liter of petrol. Distance covered in 1 liter. This is liter, okay? So total liter of petrol is 10 liter, and you have to multiply this by 55.3, and multiplication of 10 and 55.3 will give you what? You know that you have to carry this decimal point to the right side, and you have to displace it for one digit because there is single 0 in 10. So it becomes 553 kilometer. This is your answer. We have question number 5. We have to find 2.5 into 0.3. Now multiply this and get your answer. When you multiply this 2.5 by 0.3, multiply this, 3 5 is 15, carry 1, 3 2 is 6, 1 7. Here in both the numbers decimal point is given, so total two numbers are available after decimal point. Now start your counting from here. 1 2, you comes here, so place your decimal point here and write here a 0. Your answer is 0.75. If before a decimal point you have to write a 0, okay? Never write 0.75, write 0.75. When you multiply this by 0.2. You can exchange the order. You can write this 316.8 into 0.2. So when you multiply this by 0.2, it becomes 2 8 is 16 carry 1, 2 6 is 12 carry 1 13 carry 1, 2 1 is 2 1 3, and 2 3 is 6. Now there are two digits after decimal points. This is first, this is the second. So you have two digits that you have to count from the right side, 1 2. So place your decimal sign here. 63.36 is your answer. Here we have to multiply 0.5 into 0.05. So now if you multiply this, write 0.5 and multiply by 0.05. 5 5s are 25. 0 5s are 0 0 0. You can write anything here. Okay, all the zeros are here. Add 5 2 0 0 0. You write this. And now there are three digits. This is the first, second and third after decimal point. In both the numbers you have to count the decimal points in the first, in the second too. So 1 2 3, there are three digits after decimal point. So start your counting from here, 1 2 3, and here this point will define your answer. 0, eradicate this 0, you don't need this. So 0.025 is your answer. When you multiply this, this is 1.07 into 0.02. Multiply this, 2 7 is 14, write 4 carry 1, 2 0 is 0 1, write 1 here, 2 1 is 2. Now it is 0, and again multiply by 0, you get 4 1 2. Add all these numbers, and now you can check there are 4 digits after this decimal point. After this one there are 2, after this one there are 2, total 4 digits are here. Now count from here, 1 2 3 4. Place your decimal point here after counting 4, and this is your answer, 0.0214. When you multiply this, you get 101 101, 1 1 ja 1, 1 1 ja 1, 0 1. This is left, right here 0. So 1 1 ja 1, 1 0 ja 0, 1 1 ja 1, 1 0 ja 0, 1 1 ja 1. Again by 0, so 0 0 0 0 0. Again by 0, then 0 0 0 0 and 0. Add all these numbers, you will get, see, 1 is here, 0 is here, 1 is here, 0 is here, again 1 is here. Now you can count, there are 4 digits after decimal point. There is a decimal point, 1 0 and 1. So 1 2 3 4, there are 4 digits after decimal point. So start your counting here, 1 2 3 and 4. Place your decimal sign here. This is your answer. So your answer is 1.0101. This is your answer. Have the screenshot.